Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing? Love the way you look in the mirror and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from Create Yourself That Today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Today's episode, as I promised, we're gonna dedicate to more cravings solutions, and this episode in particular is dedicated to mental aspect of our cravings and how to use your own mind to help you to overcome a lot of cravings. A lot of them are in our head. How to use your mind to help you, not to misuse your mind so it fights against you and works against you. So let's just dig right into it. First, don't fight it. Guys, you gotta finish the fight within, inside your self-talk, inside your head. You need to finish the fight with yourself if you want to say goodbye to cravings forever. If there is that internal pressure, if you feel like you need to resist it, to use your willpower to overcome something all the time, if you have these obsessive thoughts and again, you feel like you're fighting with yourself inside your head, then these cravings will not go away until you stop this fight. So how do you stop this fight with yourself to stop all the cravings and to stop fighting against yourself? So first of all, you gotta, in your mind, truly and honestly allow yourself to have anything you want. And I mean anything you want, like no exception. There are no forbidden foods or whatever it is you can put in your mouth. Like you gotta allow yourself to, you gotta free yourself. And that's the bottom of it. You gotta understand that you have a choice. That you can have anything you want or you choose not to have certain things. But again, allow yourself to follow your instincts and cravings and allow yourself to have anything you want in life and in food specifically. You gotta really make peace with this part of yourself that tells you that you can't have something. You can have anything. And you gotta really, really live this principle, this truth. You gotta allow yourself to have anything you want, anytime you want, in any amount you want. Holiday, no holiday, weekend, no weekend, whatever. No exception, guys. You gotta allow yourself because it will build trust. You need to build trust with yourself. I know it sounds like I'm saying, you have two persons, two people there in your head, inside yourself. But we got to understand that, yes, we have, a lot of different voices, a lot of conflicting voices, a lot of parts of ourselves that, some parts want one thing, the other parts want other things. Even our brain have different parts, this emotional part, then this frontal cortex that is more logical part. Then we have this, reptilian brain that is all about instincts and survival. So we do have different parts of ourselves. And we a lot of times don't understand where all these conflicting feelings come from. But in any case, to stop this fight, first step, you gotta allow yourself to have anything, anytime you want. And then when you're at a store or at that cafe, at that cupcake shop, I don't know what it is you want, what it is you crave most often. But when you're there, slow down, like really slow down, take a deep breath. Don't feel like, you're stealing something and you need to take this, piece of chocolate or that cookie so nobody sees you. Don't feel like you're stealing something. Step into this moment, into this journey. Realize that you're the owner, the leader in your life, and your decision concerns nobody else. And if you decide slowly, breathing deeply, to have this chocolate, ice cream, cookie, pizza, whatever that is, Oreo cookies, I don't know, whatever it is you want. If you decide to have it, slow down, take it, and buy it. Having full power and understanding that you are in control, you are the owner of your life, of your decisions, and of the results that you get in your life. No judgment against yourself. Just respect any decision you make because it's your decision. And even if you eat junk foods till the rest of your life and that makes you happy, there is no one who can tell you should do otherwise. Allow yourself to the freedom to choose whatever it is you want. So slow down, step into your own truth, your own self, be again the leader, the owner. Own your shit no matter what that is. No judgment. Again, if you decide to eat junk till the rest of your life, I'm sorry to even call that junk. If you decide to eat whatever it is you want to eat, then it's your choice and nobody is out there who can tell you if it's right or if it's wrong. So allow yourself to make the choice and slow down and have this thing, buy this thing, get this thing that you want. And then when you're at home, in any situation, you might be at a cupcake shop and cheesecake factory, I don't know. Again, slow down before having that. Take a deep breath and ask your body, ask yourself, like really appreciating an honest answer and really tuning in to hear what your voice has to say. Like ask yourself, is it really something I want right now? Is it really something that my body is craving in the moment? And if the answer is yes, then have a piece of it, a small piece of it, and then really taste it, chew it, feel it with all of your senses. Don't just swallow it or inhale it. No, slow down. And that's the only thing you gotta do. Slow down so you feel everything and you really feel what kind of craving is that thing satisfying in the moment? Is it an emotion? Is it some physical sensation? What is it about this food? How does it make you feel right now? So slow down and ask all these questions. And it's also ideal, like super cool, if you have some kind of notebook with you and write it down. Like what kind of emotions are you having? What kind of thoughts are you having? Write it all down. And slow down. And for example, if it's a chocolate bar, I love chocolate, that's why I'm talking about chocolate a lot. If it's a chocolate bar, take a piece of it and really dissolve it in your mouth, melt it there and feel what kind of feelings you have at the moment. Again, ask yourself all kinds of questions, like how are you feeling right now, later, what kinds of questions or positive or negative feelings you have. So write it all down. And then if you're feeling like having another piece, have another piece, but slowly. That's the only thing I'm asking you to do, to slow down. So slowly, again, have it. And then continue. And then honestly, feel that border feel that moment when you're satisfied and you feel like you don't need it anymore. The important thing here to understand is it's always going to be there. you just allowed yourself to have it anytime you want, in any in any amount you want. So remember, you don't have to eat it all right now. You can take a few pieces and put it away, and then if an hour later you feel like having more, then you can have it. You can have more. So there is no rush. Okay, so no rush. Slow down, and again, allow yourself to have it in any amount, anytime you want, slowly, and then see how much you actually want. So this is number one. Stop that fight, and the way you stop that fight is by giving yourself an honest permission to make any choice you want, to have whatever it is you want, anytime you want, in any amount, and own it. Nobody's out there to tell you what is wrong and what is right in your life. So this is number one, to stop your cravings mentally. Number two, don't make food rules, unnecessary food rules. And there are no necessary food rules, really. Don't judge foods bad or good. Understand that you make certain food choices because you think something, because you have certain values, ideally because your body reacts to certain foods differently. Like some foods make you feel maybe okay now, maybe even super good now, but then you feel like shit, physically. And that may be affecting your self-esteem or your self-image, or the choice you make maybe not congruent with who you really want to be, who you want to grow up to be, right? So understand that there are no rules. Again, you can have anything you want. There are no bad or good foods, no judgment whatsoever. But dig deeper and ask yourself, why do you make certain food choices? Why do you decide to eat certain foods or not eat certain foods? Again, do they make you feel a certain way? Do you believe certain things? Do these beliefs and feelings have actual basis in reality in your life? Like, is it really real, or do you follow a certain principle, like not eating, I don't know, carbs because somebody else thinks it's not a good idea, or because you're in that community or surrounded by people who believe in certain things? But if you don't believe them, if they don't mean anything to you, if certain foods work well with you even though they don't work for other people, be free and feel free to make other choices. So number two, no food rules, no judgment. Just, I really recommend, again, you to journal and ask yourself and answer in a written form, in any kind of notebook or maybe on your computer. Why did you decide to make certain food choices? Why do you think it's the right thing for you to do? What kind of values you have? What kind of feelings this particular food has? Or, what meaning does it carry? Does it bring into your life? Really understand why you make certain food choices. And this is what the concept, the strategy number 2 is all about. Ask yourself about your food choices. Why do you decide to make certain food choices? Why do you decide to eat or not eat certain foods? And anytime when you work with any kind of mental aspect of dieting or eating, making nutrition choices, deciding whether you want to eat, whether you don't want to eat, when to not eat, what kinds of food eat or not eat, be sure that you follow this principle of not being in any emotional state when making a decision, when making a choice. Basically, there is this concept of HALT or HALT. I'm not sure how to pronounce the whole thing, but the concept is about the next thing. Don't make any decisions about food or about meals. Don't eat when you are either HALT, hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. When you are in those states, you're not gonna make the best choices about your food or about anything really in your life. When you're hungry, angry, lonely, and tired, slow down before making any decision, any choice, food choice or otherwise. So again, hungry, angry, lonely, tired, slow down, maybe drink some water, spend 5 minutes meditating or just resting, lie down, take a nap, go for a walk, anything. Breathe, slow down, make a better decision, and then proceed with the decision that you decided to make. So, number 3, guys, don't put your identity into food. And that basically means don't identify yourself with some food-related concept. You're not vegan, you're not vegetarian, you're not keto, you're not sugar-free, you're not gluten-free, you're not dairy-free. You're none of those things. You choose to eat certain foods because some things are important to you, because some foods make you feel a certain way. You're not that. And the reason why you need to do that is because then you are free to make food choices appropriately based on your values that you have right now, because we change, our values change, our bodies change. When you don't identify yourself with certain foods, you're free to choose foods based on situation, based on the values and beliefs that you carry at the moment. So, and the reason why I want you to have this principle for yourself and stop identifying yourself with food, because then, for example, if you say, "Oh, I'm low carb," but then you're at a birthday party, maybe you're at a wedding, and maybe a food event, anything, and you really feel like trying this thing, and this thing happened to be high in carbs and maybe have added sugars, maybe it's your grandmother's pie, right? But in your head, you're gonna have this melody, but I'm, low carb or keto or sugar-free, I can't have that. And that fight, that's again gonna produce fight, and that's gonna eventually make you eat that pie, and probably half of the pie, or eat something else that might not really work well for you, and you're gonna binge or do something that you wouldn't do if you didn't have this fight inside of you, if you didn't identify yourself with food, and if you didn't put those strict rules on yourself, not allowing yourself to make decisions and choices based on a situation. So be really aware of your decisions, and don't at the moment, according to the situation, values that you have, and again, don't wrap up your identity in your food. Otherwise, when you feel like you need to make different food choices, like you need to change something in your eating style, it's going to be an identity crisis, guys, and you don't need identity crisis you don't need that around your food. Otherwise, again, you're going to develop all kinds of cravings, disordered eating behaviors, and I've been through a lot of that myself, and I worked with a lot of clients who have that, but I'm this, I'm keto, or I'm vegan, or I'm paleo, or whatever, and then they want to have this thing that is outside those boundaries, and they have this identity crisis, and it's like a lot of stress, and our lives already have a lot of stress. Don't put yourself through additional stress, because then that's gonna backfire in one way or the other that is not beneficial to you as a person, as an owner in your life, as a leader in your life. So to recap, mental strategies to deal with your cravings, to handle them, and to eventually get rid of cravings, and having this complicated relationship with your food. So number 1, don't fight it. Understand that you can have anything you want, anytime you want, in any amount you want. You are the owner of your life. You are the leader of your life, and nobody can tell you what is right and what is wrong in your life. Number 2, don't make food rules. Don't judge foods, making them bad or good. Make reasonable choices. How does this food make you feel? Why do you make certain choices? Why do you eat certain foods and don't eat other foods? But make sure these answers are all based in your values, not that somebody else thinks you should do that. Not, own it. It's all yours. And again, if you want to eat cookies till the rest of your life, do that. If it makes you really happy, then do that. The rest just doesn't matter. So don't make food rules. Ask yourself why you make certain food choices, and ask it often. It's not for life. You ask it today, you may have one answer, and then in a week, in a month, in a year from now, you might have another answer, and that's totally fine. Our life changes, we change, things change. And number 3, Don't wrap your identity around your food. Your food is not you. You might eat paleo today, vegan tomorrow, vegetarian after, keto the day after. You might eat somewhere in between. You might be gluten-free today and gluten-full tomorrow. It's not you. It's not your identity. It's just foods. And again, base your food choices on the situation at hand, on the values that you have. You change, you grow, you evolve. So your food choices will do too. Your body changes, our body changes. So don't wrap your identity around your food choices. And a bonus, yesterday we talked about magnesium and certain magnesium-rich foods and how magnesium, not having it in our diet, more than 90% of people are magnesium deficient. Magnesium deficiencies can cause sweet and carbs cravings, even though you might not really want those things. Your body might not need more sugar or carbs, but you just might be, magnesium deficient or sleep deficient. There is such thing too. So tune in to that episode yesterday if you haven't listened to that yet. But as a bonus today, mental strategies to handle your cravings. A lot of it can be wrapped in just not having good enough diet, guys. So please, for God's sake, don't go on some crash diets, on some crazy diets that make your body crave all kinds of nutrients. And if you're hungry all the time, you're going to be angry and lonely and tired, and you're going to binge and you're going to crave all sorts of things. Just have a well-balanced nutritional diet. If you need to lose weight at some point, then still design a well-balanced diet. Believe me, that is much easier to lose weight that way, and you're going to be a much happier and productive person doing it normal way, even though it might take seemingly more time, because what ends up happening for a lot of people when you go on that crash diet, you lose a couple of pounds, maybe 5 pounds in a week, and then you get it all back in a flashlight, in a flash something. Anyway, you know where it ends. It's never going to work. Have a balanced diet approach if you need to lose weight. Get the best information you can get a coach, anything, but do it the right way. It might take longer. It's probably not if you consider all the going back and forth, you're dying, etc. But you'll be able to do that as a happy person. So for God's sake, guys, figure out how to eat normally without all these crazy diets that you don't really need. Even, I work with a lot of people on a keto diet, on low carb diet, just because I believe we have this food industry that just overfeeds people sugar. Anyway, people somehow believe that they either eat sugar or need to be keto. No, guys. There is a middle way. You can just not eat sugar and don't be keto, and you'll be better than fine, better than most people in your life. So sensible diet, that's a bonus advice, because otherwise no mental strategies will help you. If you're constantly hungry, angry, lonely, tired, hungry and angry, that's the worst combination for any mental strategist. So well-balanced, nutritionally well-balanced diet without any starvation, that's really gonna help you to be more mentally stable and strong to deal with any cravings and make better decisions. When your brain gets all the nutrition it needs, it works so much better, guys. Believe me, I know. And it makes such better decisions when you actually care about your brain. You'll be an amazing human being when you take care of yourself. And that's why I'm so passionate about nutrition. So thank you for tuning in, guys. We're going to have more interesting content this week. So thank you. Apply these strategies. Really apply it if you're having troubles with dealing with cravings. I dealt with all of them in my life for a decade. So use it. It really works, but you gotta work on it. It's not gonna happen in a day. You're not gonna master it in a day. And anyway, I'm gonna shut up now. And you, till next time, eat better daily.